Hi there, it's Kelly here from the Chrysalis crew for the latest episode, I suppose, of CCTV. Today it's Monday morning. I am heading off shortly to a personal training session, and I just thought, with it being Monday, I would talk to you a little bit today about the 4-day working week. There has been lots and lots of talk of it over the last year, over the last 18 months. More organisations have started to adapt it. We saw a few weeks ago that Google Japan trialled it throughout the summer. And for the Chrysalis crew, it's something that we started back in January. So when we came back after our Christmas break, we went straight into the 4-day working week. 11 months in, we wouldn't go back. I can't ever imagine doing a 5-day week again, but actually it wasn't easy for all of us to adapt to a 4-day week in the early stages. So for some of us, it meant that our other halves, our partners, were leaving us lists and lists of things to do on a Monday, so it didn't actually feel like we were getting the day off. For some of us, I think it was trying to break old patterns, those patterns where in previous work lives, in previous careers, previous positions, we've kind of had it instilled into us that if we're not working all of the hours, or we're not working 7 days a week, we're not killing ourselves doing the work that we should be doing, that either we're not committed enough, we're not engaged enough, or we're not going to be successful. And so breaking some of those old patterns was quite difficult for a lot of us, actually. But I think the more we've done it and the longer that we've done it, we've actually recognised it's given us choice. If I choose to work on a Monday, that's absolutely fine. And maybe we still want to work flexibly during the rest of the week. So if I choose to work on a Monday, I can maybe take a little bit of flexibility back. I may not want to. You know, it's I started the company, I've got a responsibility to get things done. But actually the 4-day week has forced me, really, I suppose, to slow down a little bit, to look at what my other priorities are, certainly to look more at myself. So Mondays I do a bit of volunteering, I do my personal training sessions, I have my therapy sessions, I do some yoga, I do some reading. I've got a governor's meeting later on today, so I do things, and sometimes I just chill. And actually in the summer, chilling in the hammock with a book was absolutely wonderful, when there was absolutely no pressure to be doing anything whatsoever. So 11 months in, we absolutely wouldn't look back. I know lots of organisations have been trialling it this year. I'm not going to say it's going to work for everybody, but I think just a bit of I think maybe just speak to your people. If it is something that you're thinking of doing, absolutely speak to your people about it and how it's going to work. When we were talking about it, and actually where kind of the idea came from, we wanted to be able to give something back more to our people. We wanted to look at more of a benefit. However, knowing the continued financial investment that we had to make this year in helping the business grow, we couldn't offer a financial incentive to our people, but wanted to recognise everything that they've been doing. And so that's where I suppose I kind of came up with the idea of a 4-day working week. Spoke to my business partner Mick about it, we spoke to the team about it, and a little bit of hesitance, I think, when we initially spoke to the team. But as I said, 11 months later, we wouldn't look back. Now, I suppose my idea of the 4-day week at the time was that we would close the business on a Monday, and that's what we do. We close the business on a Monday. And the reason we chose Monday and not Friday, because I think when everybody thinks a 4-day working week, you automatically think that you want that extra time on a Friday. And I purposely didn't go for a Friday, or didn't offer a Friday to the team at first, because actually I think if you work Monday to Thursday and then don't get everything done by Thursday, the temptation to then want to work on the Friday to get things done means that you're actually not benefiting from the day. And I know lots of people, lots of HR people, who have either worked part-time and taken Fridays off to be with family, or they've worked a 9-day fortnight and it's the Fridays that they take off, and they still end up working on the Friday to the point that they then opt to go back to full-time hours because they're not getting the benefit of the part-time working, because they're either being contacted on a Friday, they're getting phone calls that's kind of, you know, I know you're off today, but could you just help with this? They're still getting emails and they're still being expected to work, you know, could you just do this for us tomorrow? So in those cases, I wanted to make sure that we closed the business. So we close on a Monday, and we kind of work as we need to do. Now we also put the option, if people didn't want to go down to a 4-day week, they could drop down to a 32-hour 5-day working week and work as they wanted, and everybody opted for the 32/4. Charlotte Lockhart, from who's the CEO of 4-Day Week Global, when she came to speak to us in the summer, there was I suppose a bit of an equation that she shared with us that I found really useful. 4-day working is really, it's 100% of the pay for 80% of the hours worked for 100% of the performance outputs. 100% pay, 80% hours worked, 100% of performance outputs. And certainly for this year, what we've seen with the Crib, we've had our best performing year yet. We have started to work smarter. We've really started to focus on what we do and when we do it and how we do it and any of the changes that we want to make. So the stuff that's really not that important, we're not doing anymore. And so actually for us, potentially even from a performance, so 100% pay, 80% hours worked, I think probably we're up to maybe 120% performance from a business and a personal perspective, because we're all just working smarter, we're working more efficiently, and we are, I suppose, more committed to doing what we can in the 4 days that we have, and then enjoying our 3-day weekend. So I think if you want to make it work, definitely speak to your people about it. Our clients have not noticed any difference in anything that we offer, possibly because actually not a lot of our clients, or none of our clients, have ever wanted us to do anything for them on Mondays anyway. That's their start of the week, so we don't usually engage with them until Tuesday. So it's not impacted any of our clients. It's taken a while for us as a team to get our heads around, but as I said, we would absolutely never look back on it now. It's given us much more time to focus on ourselves as individuals, and be able to kind of move forward some things in our personal lives that maybe we hadn't done before. And it has increased our business performance. So whilst it may not work for everybody, I think if you want to do it, just give it a try. However, if you are looking at keeping the business open and maybe getting different people to do different 4-day weeks, different 4-day week patterns, I would absolutely make sure that on the days that your people are off, they are protected days for your people. It's not, oh, I just need to quickly ask you something. Could you quickly just check this email? This thing is urgent. We need to do this. If that's what you're going to do, it's not going to work. 100% of the pay for 80% of the time for 100% of the performance. Speak to your people about it. See what will work best. Give it a trial. It's definitely, absolutely, without the shadow of a doubt, working for us. As I said, it's something that we will never, ever be going back from. It's giving me the opportunity to get my personal training done, my therapy sessions, my yoga, Monday afternoon yoga, lots and lots of things. But we have still maintained the flexibility of working Tuesday to Friday. So we still don't have set days in the office. You can still work from home. You can still do your hours in the office. You can still, if you still need to pick the kids up, you pick the kids up. If you've got personal appointments, go to your personal appointments. We focus much more on outcomes. We're very focused on the outcomes that we want to achieve throughout the course of a week. We're not at the point where anybody is taking the pee out of us, but definitely if people are, taking time back, if they need to, they're then making that back up. So for us, 4-day week, amazing. Have never looked back. Will never be going back. And I think as we head into next year with a full year of 4-day working week, we've got big plans for next year. and we're hoping that we'll be able to continue to grow as we need to. So on that note, I'm off to my personal training session. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you next time.